Yo guys, welcome to ShayanGaming. There is a brand new game mode called Experimental Blitz coming to League of Legends, and hopefully it's going to be a permanent addition, kind of like ARAM and Twisted Tree Line, and I'm actually really excited. So the game mode's supposed to last 13 to 15 minutes, maximum being 20 minutes, and the way they force it is really funny, and I'll show you guys later. But the map basically is one lane, and then that kind of splits into two different lanes, a bottom lane, which is kind of like the waterfall area, and the middle lane, and there's only one inhibitor and one Nexus turret guarding the Nexus. The way they've done it is so that you have to have two junglers on each team, because when you take the camps you actually get more gold and more XP if you take the camp as two junglers. So over there we have the two junglers. There's about 3 different camps in your side of the jungle, as well as a lot of blast cones and that thingy that you flick that kind of reveals the map. Now this game mode is in like pre-alpha, so obviously like it doesn't look too great, the graphics and stuff. It's a lot of textures taken from the normal map, but they are going to be working on it if this game mode seems to be something that people are interested in. And honestly, I'm actually really addicted to this, because something I've always wanted in League is a quicker game mode, and ARAM is not really always 20 minutes, it's sometimes half an hour, but at least like this you're kind of forced to end it in 20 minutes, which is good if you want a short game. In case you're wondering, the minions spawn obviously from the same Nexus, but then they kind of split into the different separate lanes. Now my favorite part about this game mode is the random events that happens. So there's a 30-second timer that happens around 4.5 minutes of the game, and I think this is actually random. It might not always be 4.5 minutes that it starts, but after 30 seconds one of a number of random events will happen, and whoever wins the random event will get a reward, and these are kind of different rewards. I thought each reward comes from a specific random event, but I've actually gotten the same reward from 2 different types of events, but I'll show you all of them. So this random event is called Battle Royale, which is pretty much Battle Royale. As you can see on the minimap, there's a red circle around us enclosing in, and whoever's outside of it will take damage. And I've kind of noticed that the team who's at a disadvantage, which is the enemy team right now, the circle goes towards their area on the map, because obviously it kind of gives them a bit of an advantage. It's easier for them. So for us, we would have to either push their base, take the turrets out, kill their minions so that we can be safe in their territory when it's closing in. And also when you kill the enemy team, the fire will stop. So as you can see on the minimap, on the chat, it says 3v1. There's only one of them left. As soon as we kill that Blitzcrank, the flame will stop. And there you go. And our reward is Blessing of Blitzcrank, which essentially attaches a Blitzcrank hook to our turrets and canyon minions that will regularly, well, when they have a charge, they'll use it on enemy champions, and then eventually they'll have to recharge. And the next random event is Push the Cart, which is kind of like payload in Overwatch. We essentially, as long as you're in the circle, you're pushing it towards the enemy's closest structure, and as soon as it hits it, it destroys the structure. So it's not like Rift Herald that deals a lot of damage, but it doesn't kill it. This literally just rams into it and destroys it immediately. And eventually, when you've been kind of playing it about and no one's really seems to be winning, I don't really know how this happens, but it kind of just swooshes in. So over here you can see literally I die and it just goes mad and slams right into it. I don't really know what caused it, but we'll figure it out one day. And a reward for that is Blessing of Soraka, which is basically just Ocean Drake. Get health and mana regen over time when you're out of combat. This random event is a snowball fight. Your DNF is replaced with snowballs, and you basically just have to hit as many as you can until the meter on the top fills, hopefully with your team, and once you do that you get a reward. And I think the snowballs slowed people, so once you hit someone it technically should be a bit easier, but obviously you have a cooldown, so you know. Our reward this particular time is Blessing of Janna, which basically gives you a massive shield that only goes away when it's obviously had damage taken to it or you die. You don't get it when you respawn. That would be kind of crazy if you did. This random event is King of the Hill, kind of like in Twisted Tree Line. You just stand in a circle as it fills up, and obviously you'll fight against enemies, but hopefully you wreck them all and there is no competition. And once the meter is filled up, then obviously you win. Now another reward you can get is Blessing of Zillion. For 1 minute 30 seconds, basically whoever has this blessing has a guardian angel. So yeah, might as well go all out. Another random reward is minions being cursed. So as you can see, our minions just came out of the base, and because we lost whatever random event this was, our minions are basically one-shot kills. Damn. So the final random event that I can think of is the Loot Teemo event. Essentially every time you attack him you get gold, and when you kill him you get a bunch more gold, and obviously another random award. In this case it's the Catapult of Champions. Near your base there is a catapult where you can basically click kind of most of the map wherever you want to land, kind of like a semicircle thing, and then yeah, you just click and you get shot there, and it's pretty fun. This is one of my favorite ones actually, because it's just so fun just clicking and showing up somewhere. Now at 18 minutes into the game, my favorite thing happens. There's a sudden death between the nexuses, so your nexus essentially comes out of its base area, and it's a big weird thingy majiggy, and then the enemy's got it, and whoever kills the enemy nexus like that wins the game. And it's pretty funny. He has some strange abilities. Yeah, he just did a hook from everywhere, a blitzcrank hook, and he also does Nunu's ult. And yeah, it's a really fun game mode. If you manage to get a lot of kills and you're still alive, basically you get set on fire. This grants you adaptive damage, cooldown reduction, and mana regen. However, you are easier to kill by the enemy team, and they get a massive gold bonus if they do manage to kill you. Now, to be fair, I thought I'd show you the jungle camps. There's the one at the very top, then the one with the thingies, then the other one with the slow frog, and then you've got the red buff at the very top of the map. Blue buff is over there, I'm showing you now. And you've got the Rift Herald that gives you empowered recall and ability to summon him so that he can show his anger against the enemy turrets. And in case you're wondering, the jungle camps do go to the 2 nearest people who just last hit it, so you can share it. Now, just some additional information about the game mode. You'll probably get on average about 3 different random events per map. There's also a global aura on every one, which is 30% CDR and 30% bonus mana regen. Your runes that take time to happen, like magical footwear and gathering storm, are balanced for this, so they've been adjusted so you can still take them. Another interesting thing comes to gold sharing. No matter who kills a minion, everyone gets 30% of the total gold value, and you don't have to be near the minion, it's global. But this doesn't happen with XP, just with the gold. And when you're on fire, there's no maximum duration on this, but you obviously lose it when you die. And there's also a turret in the jungle that you can't actually kill, so just try not to go there. So yeah, I'm personally really excited for this game mode. I hope it does come into League and it's permanent. I'm kind of think that I'm going to be playing this more than I play any other game mode in League, only because I know how long the game will take to finish. Like, if you're going out somewhere in half an hour, you obviously can't play Summoner's Rift, and ARAM, I was about to say ARAM, but ARAM, sometimes it goes into 35 minutes or 40 minutes, which is really crazy. So this would be really good to have a game mode that's actually got a limit on it. And it's really fun. It's the first game mode that I actually feel like, oh, I'm playing this because it's going to be fun. With ARAM, I only feel like I'm having fun if I'm playing like an ADC or something. But with this, it's like, everything's just fun. Yeah. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of this game mode, if you're excited for it or not. And if you like this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And see you guys in the next video. Adios.